And we are live. Are we? All right. So, hey, hi, hello, good evening, everyone. So, welcome to ML Study Jams. Okay. So, you guys made it. And before, getting into anything else, you made it, and for that, you are awesome. So, go ahead and give yourself a compliment in the chat. Anything. I am awesome. It could be anything. So you made it and you deserve a compliment. So go ahead and drop it in the chat. Are we dropping in the chat a compliment to ourselves? All right. Okay. So moving forward, I am Vaishnavi. I would be uh, taking the first part, and I am the lead of GDSC Charu set, and for MS Study Jams 2022, I and my friends from GDSC NLJIT, GDSC lead of NLJIT Hariom Yagnik, GDSC lead of ADIT Preet Thakkar, and GDSC lead of GSET Darb Dhamelia, we decided to collaborate this year so that we could get the best of all the worlds in the MS Study Jams 2022. So they would be saying hi. Okay, guys. Yeah. First, Hariom, you can give your introduction.
Hey everyone, as introduced, I am Hariam Yagnik, leading GDSC at NLGIT, and I'm very much thankful to all my fellow leads for having this event in collaboration. I hope this event will be an effective and informative for all of you. All right.
Okay, now Preet.
Hello everyone. I'm Preet Thakkar. I'm representing DSC ADIT and I'm TensorFlow certified developer and a web developer and server administrator at Hunt Digital Media Private Limited. I'm very delighted to connect with you guys and make this event live. Thank you.
That is awesome, Preet. Now, Darb, you can go ahead and say hi.
Hello everyone, myself Datta Mellar. I'm a Munch web developer and also a tech lead of Computer Society of India. Nice to meet you guys.
What a bunch of talented folks we have here. So glad to be one of you guys. All right. So, moving forward, for the next 2 days, I will be calling you all our ML army. Okay. And we have soldiers from ADIT, Charusat, GSET, and NLJIET. So, why don't you go, soldiers, go ahead and drop which troop you are from? Like, just if you're from Charusat, drop GDSC Charusat represent. If you're from ADIT, you can drop GDSC ADIT represent, and so on and so forth. We just want to see. Yeah, exactly, evil hacker. That's what I was asking. Like, if you are from, just you represent your institutes, army. No, nice. I see. GDS, NLGIT, Charusat for the win. ADIT it is. Awesome. Loving it. So, now, before getting into the nits and grits of the technical details, all right, um, before diving into the world of the ML, why don't you guys go ahead and head to the Slido website and just join using this code on the screen right here. So we have some fun questions arranged for you. Can anyone drop the link to this Slido in the chat? All right. Let me know once you guys are there, okay? So, Preet, is this visible? The Slido tab? Okay. All right. So, are you guys in? Okay, they are facing issues.
I think it must be taking time registering. It requires login.
Mm-hmm. Take your time, it's fine. Oh, nice. Okay.
Probably the code
What
is
comes to
746263.
263? Yes. So I see some answers coming in. What the question was, what comes to your mind? The first thing when you hear the term machine learning. Like, don't get into the very technical details or complex answers. Just drop the first thing that comes into your mind, and we have an amazing answer here, Jarvis. So yeah, I believe you followed my instructions and dropped the first thing that came to your mind. And see, that does wonders. Tesla, Jarvis, NLP, Google Ads, Edith, yes, Iron Man Supremacy, okay, Elon Musk, mm-hmm. Interesting. Deep learning, Kaggle. The first thing now I that comes to my mind after reading Elon Musk's Twitter right now. But yes, Kaggle, mm-hmm. Machines. Very fair answer and very valid answer. Makes our machine learn, so fair enough. Desired results. Exactly. Get the job done. All right. Uh, Fundamentals. The base of everything. What is machine learning? Amazing. Okay, cool. Awesome, awesome. Loving these answers. We have 15 folks joining us in future. Oh, deep. Awesome. Then Iron Man. Autopilot vehicles. Tesla. Jarvis. Awesome. So, these are some amazing answers. Now, that is our segue to our next question. That is, how many Google products or features you can name that use AI and ML? We saw some of them in the last question. So, yes. Are you guys in on the? I have changed the question.
Yes, hey everyone. You need to use another link that's provided in the comment section.
Yes. The code is, I am repeating again, 746263. It's actually live. I don't know why it's showing voting closed. Okay, the poll is active now. Yeah. Cannot enter? Uh, now you can. Yeah, I see five folks. Again, I would be repeating the code 746263. Yeah. I see folks joining in. The question is, this is an open text. How many Google products or features you can name that use AI or ML? 11 folks have joined in. Maps, Google Translate, Gmail, Google, nice, Kaggle, mhm, Google Ads, YouTube, yes, YouTube recommendations, some great answers coming in. TensorFlow, YouTube Music, Google Search, Lens, yes, Google Scholar, Assistant, AdSense, Cloud. Yes, so you guys are familiar. Yes, we all have pros here with us today. That is great. That is great. You guys covered almost all the products, so that is amazing. Why did I ask that question? That is coming in uh, 2 3 slides later. Voice typing, yes, exactly. Voice typing, glide typing, auto fill, autocorrect. Yes. All right. Now the last question. Okay. So, can you guess how old is ML? Is it 50 plus years, 60 plus, 70 plus, or a century and more? Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, six folks have answered. I'm waiting for a bit. Let's see how final pool looks like. Okay. There was struggle between 50 and 50 plus and 60 plus. Okay, 50 plus. Most of us feel 50 plus is the answer. Okay, 47%. Nice. I don't want to reveal the answer too soon if any more folks are joining in. So 21 folks have answered so far. I guess I can. Okay. So, guys, actually, the correct answer is 60 plus years. Yeah, the first time the term that ML machine learning was coined was in 1959. So, do the math. Like around 63 years. So, 60 plus is the answer. It's okay. It was a very close guess between 50 plus and 60 plus. So, yeah, that's about it. So, back to our. Okay. So, Preet, can you give the access back to the PPT? Okay. So we made it. We were awesome. We had a nice self-esteem boost in the beginning of the event. Then we had a great fireside interaction, and you guys are real geniuses. And with all the answers were amazing. Now, why I was asking that, this is to introduce you guys to explore ML with crowdsource. Now, what comes to your mind when you hear the word crowdsource? You can drop it in the chat if you want to. So, crowdsource is made up of two words, crowd and source. Using the crowd as a source to help build whatever the purpose is of crowdsource and make it better. How? So, crowdsource is based on three things. First, Google's mission. What is Google's mission? Its mission is to organize the world's information, all the data that is out there, right? Some of it is gibberish, some of it is very useful, all the data in general, and make it universally accessible and useful. Now we see the example of this via many data sets, famous data sets that are out there. If some of you are already familiar with machine learning, you would have used the publicly available data sets and models, the ImageNet data set, and right. So and so many more. So how are they out there and why? So it is because of the Google's mission to make the data universally accessible and mainly useful. Now, how they are planning to do it? So they are planning to do it using our second pillar, that is AI, artificial intelligence. But is that enough? Is just AI enough to fulfill this Google's mission? No. So the most important part of this three pillar mission is the community. That is you all. That is us. So when you bring in the community, it we our role is to help make AI serve everyone. AI is just a technology, but how it is going to fulfill our mission. So we are going to help AI serve everyone everywhere. Now how? Right? So about crowdsource. Now we have three characters on this screen. The first is Nina, second is Raman, and third is Alex. Now just Nina is in some other country in her holiday where she doesn't understand the language. So she is using Google Lens to translate the restaurant menus and signboards. Now the where on the other hand, Raman doesn't speak English and he's uh, abroad for some conference. So he's using Google Assistant to answer his questions in his native language. And Alex is in India. He lives in US and he doesn't understand or isn't familiar with the Indian culture. So he is using Google Photos to understand what food is front of it. Is it bhakri? Is it samosa? Is it paratha? Etc. So how these I'm definitely sure you all have used one of these products so far, Google Lens, Google Assistant, or Google Photos. So, how does this work and how it is getting more accurate and accurate with time? So, it is because of crowdsource. So, uh, you guys would have informed to download a crowdsource application before this event today, right? So I hope you all did that. And if you didn't, it's okay. Just go to the Play Store and download crowdsource application. Okay. Now, when you would do that, you would get this. Now, there are what do you how crowdsource works. So there are these different options available to improve what kind of things. So image label verification, sentiment evaluation, audio validation, then food facts, food labeler, handwriting recognition, glide type. How many of you have used glide type or you use it regularly? I'm just asking this to make sure how many of us are keeping up with time. Then reading charts, image recognition, object detection, image capturing, then translation. So how these features are getting better and better. So it is like people like you and me who use crowdsource application, there is a loads of data in these options available. So it would ask, if you go to image label verification, it would ask, is this a bicycle or not? And you would enter answers and it would validate your answer, compare it to all of the other crowdsource users, and then it would feed the machine learning model behind it and to improve its accuracy. So for a better future for us, for a automated future for us, it's our responsibility to be a crowdsource user and contribute to it. You can see that there are different achievements and badges available when you start using crowdsource. You can see mine. These are the snippets from my application. You can see I'm on level 9 right now. So like that, you achieve different levels. So let's do an activity right now. If you have crowdsource application in your phone right now, just open it up. Okay, then I'm going to ask you a question. Any image capture and see, an object around you and see if it is able to detect that object. If not, you can give it the label so that if that object was not present or it wasn't able to detect, you can feed the label to the and make, and it would be your first contribution to make all our futures better, right? This is a small activity you can do right now. Okay, lag. Is the lag still there? No. Okay. So I want your first contribution to be right now during our this event. Go open the application. Any of the features you like, light type, sentiment evaluation, image label verification, anything, play with it, co- make your contribution and let us know in the chat what did you do. Alright? Till then we would be moving forward and we would be looking towards your answers. What did you contribute today? So the best thing about this is Google doesn't let you go unrecognized. So for they are always updating the top weekly top 5 network contributors on crowdsource application. When you see the application and you go to the leaderboard, there are top 5 contributors for every different feature out there, and they feature them. So you could be one of them. So happy crowdsourcing. So this was all about explore ML with crowdsource. Now, before we get into what is ML, why ML? Why ML in the first place? So I think it's safe to say now that ML is one of the fastest growing fields in the technology. All right. And because of ML, which is a 60 plus years old technology, which we know because we did a nice fireside interaction, that rapid emergence of whole new generation of data has come into the picture, and we have the challenges at hand to how to handle that data and extract insights from it and so on. Now you can see that there are various different titles in the field of data science: data scientist, data architect, data engineer, statistician, data science manager, machine learning engineer. But the whole core concept that they need to learn behind all these different roles lies the same. All right, and we are going to explore what that is in just few more minutes. So This is the statistics that Google has recorded so far, that not all the companies were working or using ML, but now 65% of them have started adopting ML in their businesses. 98,000 jobs were posted about ML, and most now models, like most famous models, have started reaching accuracy of 92%. And you can see that hundreds of billions dollar is the global market size of machine learning. And the important thing, I hope, like the package, the salary growth, you can see the numbers are amazing, like 650% hike has of for no outspacing other sectors. The ML salaries in the ML sector have recorded a 650% hike compared to other sectors, and so on and so forth. Like 44%, someone transitioning from a data engineering role to data science role, the salary hike could be as high as 44%. So you can see the numbers are amazing. So me and the other three leads and our whole ML team has devised this special course for you. It is a 4-week course. How you can take a deep dive into ML from like zero to hero, right? So these are we would all be sharing this content with you all later post the event. So you can go through all these links later. There are some Kaggle courses and some resources for you. In first week would be solely focused on introduction to ML and pandas and all. Megha, our ML team lead, would be taking you into the details of it. So, so on and so forth. This is a 4-week course, and we guarantee that if you complete this course, of course, you would be receiving certification of participation in the MSET exams, but you will also be uh, getting a whole idea of the basics behind machine learning. All right. So, what if you completed the course? Then what? Take a digital badge. You will be receiving a certificate like shown in the slide and a digital badge. So there are two things for you to do. Take the digital badge and look in the mirror and know you're awesome because you completed the course. Right? Okay. So that was about me so far. Now I will be handing over to our ML team lead, Mika Goria. Alright, she's a Kaggle notebook expert and a NCC candidate. You can see she has amazing, versatile range of qualities, right? Okay, Mega, over to you. I would stop sharing.
It was a great. Yes, I will be sharing my screen. So yes, hello everyone. Myself Megha Goria and machine learning lead at GDSC Charuset. I'm also an Kaggle notebook expert and also NCCB certificate holding B certificate. So yes, Vaishnavi has clearly said what is ML, how it is contributing towards our lives, and how cloud source is working, what Kaggle is, what kind of course you need to do on that. So when you are talking something about data science, machine learning, deep learning, AI, you will be confused between the terms. So now I would like to say the difference between them. Actually, they are different in the way as they are the subsets. Like what AI is, any process where we use computers to mimic the cognitive abilities and functions of humans. Now, machine learning is the subpart of AI, as it focus on the machine to receive data and improve at a task with experience. Like as you might have listened from someone else that like they are talking about data set and data set. Yes, machine learning is nothing without data set, so you need data set at first. Now what is deep learning? Now deep learning is the subset of machine learning, as it works on multi-layered neural network that can learn by themselves and from the vast amount of data. When you are having a huge amount of data and you need to get features from that, you use deep learning. Now the simple difference between machine learning and deep learning is that when we are feeding we need to tell machine that which features they need to extract and predict. That is what machine learning does. But when we are talking about deep learning, it will extract the features by itself. So now moving forward, the three types of machine learning: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. As we are talking about supervised learning, it is a task driven. You can simply remember it as when you are having labels and when you know what you want to predict. At that time, we will use supervised learning. In simple terms, we can say that, for example, there are many students and a teacher is teaching them. Now teacher is saying what they need to learn, so they are in the supervised, they are being supervised by the teacher. And while talking about unsupervised learning, which is data driven, there are no labels to it. They will learn by them, they will be clustered by themselves. And here we can say that there is no teacher. If we are talking about teacher and student example, there would be no teacher. The when the Sometimes we just say we will learn by our own. So it's that kind of thing, that students will learn by their own and there will be no supervisor in there. And in reinforcement learning, so yes, this is the good example of it. We can clearly see here supervised learning, unsupervised learning. Here in supervised learning, we can see that class 1 and class 2, they are clearly classified, means a middle a hyperplane SVM plane is drawn between them, and unknowns are the test cases. When we are when we have trained our model using supervised learning, we are having two classes as outputs. So when these unknowns are the test data set, when we will pass them, if they are falling in this, then it will be class 2, or else it will be class 1. And when in unsupervised learning, we are not having any kind of labels, means we don't know what to predict. So at that time, they will just cluster them, they will make groups of datas. When a group of data is driven, they will make their own class, means this will be the output A, B, C, or D, as it depends. Now, reinforcement learning is a kind of learning in which firstly the action will be done, and if the action is in positive, the reward will be given, or if not, then they will learn again. It's that kind of learning. Now yes, this is the data science life cycle. Now when we are talking about data science, whether it's a machine learning, deep learning, or any kind of project you are doing, firstly we need to understand the business understanding, means the background domain knowledge. Whether you are working with medical data, you are working with business data, any kind of data, you need to have understanding about that business data. Now for data collection can be from anywhere. It can be from sensors, website, web scraping, raw data, or you might get camera data, image data sets, which can be from dicom images, x-ray images, any kind of images it can be. And then moving forward, we will be having data preparation. In data preparation, we do removing null values, removing outliners, feature scaling, encoding, and then there are many types of encoding, such as label encoding, one hot encoding. And then we would be doing dimension reduction, in which there are pca, LDA, yes. And so the next step would be exploratory data analysis, which is data visualization, where we would come to know about how the data is distributed, which class is having most kind of data, which we would be seeing next. And then we are after seeing the data and preparing the data, we would be modeling. So in modeling, we would be doing test train split, means like we would be splitting the data into test part, train part, validation part. Then we would be adding hyperparameters, such as epoch, how much we need to run, early stopping, and that kind of stuff. And then model evolution will be done using confusion matrix, recall, f1 score, precision. That depends on the again, that depends on the business understanding and the kind of if we are working with medical data, we would be seeing f1 score and sensitivity. So it depends on data as well. And then last step comes, which is model deployment, which you can do on any of the cloud source, which is Heroku, Google Cloud again, and AWS as well. Now let's move towards data visualization. Now, what is data visualization? Data visualization is the practice of translating information into a visual context, such as a map or graph, to make data easier for the human brain to understand and pull insights from it. The main goal of data visualization is to make it easier to identify pattern, trends, outliners in large data sets. So now, yes, please, anyone would paste this Kaggle notebook link and download link to in chat. Here, you guys can access my notebook from Kaggle. You can open the notebook, and on the top right corner, you will be getting copy and edit kind of stuff, where you can go and do hands-on right now with me. And if you are not having Kaggle account, you can open it right now. Or other you want to do it on Google Colab or on Jupyter Notebook, then you can simply download my notebook from, I have shared my Google link, Google Drive link, where you can. So yes, I would be giving some time. Just let me know when you all are good to go. Vaishnavi, can you please paste that link, Kaggle link? Are you there with me? Please, anyone acknowledge.
Hello, just a minute, will take some time. Just
Yes, Ayush have shared Kaggle link. You guys can. So yes, a Kaggle link has been there in chat. Guys, when you are ready, please acknowledge. Yes, yes, Vedang, you are ready. Others, yes, Tejas. Other, please. Okay, so let's start. Is you might have seen the mail, and we have talked about the Friends dataset, so which is one of the most popular series. I think everyone have seen the series. So now let's take the series and have some insights from it. Like we have seen the series, but we might have never thought of using it as a data visualization thing. So yes, French is an American series which is consisting of 10 seasons and having episodes minutes of 20 to 22, and you all better know the characters as well. So now let's dig into it. Here we are going to import the required libraries. Now one of the most important library for data visualization is Seaborn and Matplotlib, and pandas and numpys will be used for taking the average, null values, and that kind of stuff. So here I have imported pandas as PD, numpy as NP, Seaborn as SNS, and matplotlib pyplot as PLT. Now let's load the dataset. Here, if you don't know how to load the dataset, uh, here you can add the data by just writing the names. Here in Kaggle, you would get the most of the datas which you want. Here you can just simply take any of this data. Here for reason I am just taking this, just adding to show you. Here I have just added this data. Now it would take some time. Yes, now this acoustic extinguisher fire data is been added. Now here you can simply copy this file path and add here. Here I have taken friends as a variable and pd.read.csv and just have pasted this path. So here the data will be loaded. Now here I am writing friends.head file. Now what this will do, it will show me the first five values from the dataset, means for first five values from the CSV file. Now here the fields which we are having is, this is the index number, year of production, season, episode title, duration in minutes, summary, director, stars, and votes. Now these are the fields which are I am having in CSV file. Now what tail will do? Head will show me the first five, and tail will show me the last five. Now here we can see that 233 and 234 are having the same episode title, which is the last one, which might be by mistake. So here what we will do, we will just rename to avoid duplication. So for that, here I am using is 334 episode title, and here I'm just replacing the last one with the last one too. Now again we are seeing it. So here you can see that we have just changed it to avoid the duplication. Now let's see whether there are any more duplicate data or not. So here I'm using friends.duplicated, which will find which are the duplicated datas in the CSV, and dot sum will sum up them. Here as we can see that 0, so there are no duplicate datas. So now friends.info, what this friends.info will show me. Now this friends.info will show me all the information, means which whether there are null datas or not, data type, column, how many columns we are having. So here we can see that is it integer 64, object float 64. There are three kind of data types. Now here we need to change the data type. So here in the season, I would be changing it to as object. Here you can see that the season, I am changing it to as object, and again we are seeing it, the it is changed. Now friends dot shape. Now friends dot shape will show me the number of rows and number of columns. So here we can see that there are 235 rows and 8 columns, and there are no null records. Now we are going to see exploratory data analysis. Now here what I have done is, the show started in minimum friends year of production and max year of production. Now what this will do is, here we can see that they have given the year of production when the season is produced. So we want to know when the first season was produced and the last season was produced. So according to NumPy and Pandas, we would write it as minimum of friends year of production and maximum. So minimum will say me when it was started, and maximum would say me when the last episode was. So it showed me that 1994 and ended in 2004. Now here I have just simply shorted the index. Now it starts the visualization. Firstly, we are going to see the count of episodes. So what I have done is, figure size is 10 comma 5. X label, what X label will show me, this X axis, what I'm writing on X axis. So what I want to write, which is season versus count. So there are 10 seasons, and how many count we are having, count of episodes means number of episode per season, which I have showed on Y axis. Here X label is season. And now the title, what I mean by saying title, so you need to give the title of graph. So here count of episodes, if you would change here anything, then it would be reflected here. And now X is season. Now what I am passing in X is from data. Here if I am passing season, which I am passing as an X, so that would be displayed at X axis. And and which data I am taking is friends. And the palette inferno. Now there are many types of palettes, in which different kinds of palettes are available in Seaborn. Now here I have used inferno. So these the coloring things you are able to see is because of inferno. Now, from the above plot, we can observe that season 3 and season 6 are having the maximum episodes, and 25 and 10 are having the low. Now, what we are trying to see from this data visualization is, we can get the number of episodes which are more in which season and less. Now let's get to each season, means how many minutes there are there in each season. So clearly you can see that in sixth season we are having the most, means it's approximately we can say that 600 minutes it might have taken. And as we have seen earlier as well, that 10th season is having less number of episodes, so correctly that minutes would also be less. Now we are going to see the average stars of each season. Here, as I said, palette. You just need to change palette if you want to show something that's vertical and color kind of stuff. Then you can just change the palette. There are many kind of palettes. Average stars. So here we can see that, as the conclusion we can take from these three graphs is that, as 10th season was having less number of episodes and less number of minutes, but we can see that more stars have been given to 10th season. So this is the insight we can get from it. And 9th season is having the less stars. So these kind of insights you can get directly from the just from seeing the graphs. So this why data visualization is very important. Now we are going to see the high rated episodes. So here you can see that the last one was, do you remember the last one which we just renamed as, which was the last row of our data set, which we just renamed because last 230 233 and 234 were having the same episodes name, we just renamed them. So that one was having the more number of high rated episodes. Now we have just visualize that high rated episodes along with their directors, means which directors are having high number of when they have used the season, how high rated episodes. So here you can see that I have top 10 directors, director count, head, and reset index. So by doing this I will be getting top 10 directors and their episode titles, and then I have just visualized them. So if the insights we might get from this is Gray Halverson and Kevin Bright, they were the best director, as when they have directed the season, they got the high rated. Now the director ratings which I have used, and so yes, so that was all we could get from this data. There is much more things you can get from this data, as right now I have just used these bar plots and all. You can further get a lot of stuff in seaborn, like scatter plot and pie chart and many stuffs. The only thing you must try is you need to just look at the data, just visualize them and try to get the insights from it. Like as we are seeing that, we have seen that the 10th season is having less number of episodes and less minutes, but still it was high rated. So this is something that we came to know. And the high rated episode was the last one, which I think might be the favorite of everyone. So yes, that was all from my end. Yes, Vaishnavi. Yes, Vaishnavi.
Okay. So thank you for that amazing tutorial, Mika. It was so interesting how you can visualize data, and you chose the Friends data set. So yeah, you made it more fun. So kudos for that. Okay, guys. So that is all about MSAD Jams Day One. We are open to questions. Okay, if you have any, drop them in the chat box, or we would be sharing the content with you, or you can reach out to us personally, whichever is comfortable. And please stay tuned for day two, that is tomorrow. So we would be diving even deeper into ML with our other ML team member Ayush Kadia, and we would be exploring some fun hands-on projects using neural networks. So stay tuned, and we are here. If you have any questions, we would be monitoring the live chat. Until then, okay. Have a great rest of the day.